Good evening all and welcome to another video on All How the Ale. It's Friday night, which means it's alcohol-free night, and the beer we're going for tonight is a collaboration between Pastore and Mash Gang. So this one, it is Sorbetto. Well, or more appropriately, Sorbetto 2. The original one was a slightly different flavour. I'll stick the video up there. This one is the raspberry, watermelon and lime variant. It's 0.5% ABV as always, and it says on the back that Sorbetto is a low-alcohol raspberry, watermelon and lime sorbet sour beer made with the no-low masters at Mash Gang. The next step in our low-alcohol lactic fermented beverages. It's 0.5%, lovely acidity, tangy fruit sorbet goodness. So, yeah, it's good stuff. You've got the same sort of artwork as on the other can. You've got a goat lion skeleton thing holding up your little tubs of gelato on the old school ice cream cart. I like it. Do I like the beer? Let's find out. This could go one of two ways. I'm not the world's biggest watermelon fan. So, here we go. Pouring into my AF Beer Club glass today. The pour is pale. Very pale. Pink. I'm going to go all the way. Little haze to it, little head, not massive head. I wouldn't expect it because it's a sour beer. Rolling it in the glass. It looks to have a reasonable body to it. I'll give it that. Didn't do the ingredients. Let's quickly check. Has this got lactose in it? It does contain... No, it doesn't mention lactose. It doesn't actually mention anything, just the allergens, which are your glutens, which are... Yeah, malted barley, wheat and oats. So oats, maybe. Good body to it from the oats. No mention of the lactose for the dairy intolerant amongst us. But otherwise it looks all right. You know, it's the right colour, I guess, for a watermelon and raspberry-based beer. It's a whiff. It's pungent. It is pungent. It's fruity. Like I said, not being the world's biggest watermelon fan, I don't sniff it very often, so I can't say that there's massive watermelon. There is an acidity. There is that sour, funky vibe. There is a tartness in there as well, which would naturally come from the raspberry and the lime and the agency used to make it a soured beer. Yeah, it smells interesting. It's the best way to put it. There we go. Let's try it out. Cheers. It's tart. It is really quite tart. It's more tart than the original Sorbetto. Yeah. Really good body to it. Medium weight. The carbonation is really, really kind of focused and almost sherbet-like on the tongue. It's got that fizz that just concentrates on the tongue. It's not big and bursting in the mouth. It's really, really quite good. And the flavours, despite not being a huge watermelon fan, whilst it is there, it's subtle. The raspberry is dominant on the flavour profile. It's sweet, it's tart, it's tangy, it's fruity. It's refreshing, which on a day like this, where it's absolutely raining cats and dogs out there, you know, you don't really need a refreshing beer of that nature. But it would be perfect if I was taking it to Spain with me next week. So yeah, in those lovely hot temperatures, it will go down a treat. That tartness, that refreshing nature follows through in that finish. And it leaves you clean. It's a good palate cleanser. It leaves you invigorated from that carbonation and that tartness. It just kind of, it wakes you up. It really does. And it's doing that thing where the acidity gets the muscles in the jaw. It's doing it. That's the first. Yeah, that is the first truly, truly sour, alcohol-free beer that I've had. The original Sorbetto had a good sourness to it, but this is levels. This is on par. Oh, it's doing it. Oh, It's doing it. It's on par with what I would expect from a full fat soured beer. And yeah, I'm going to have another sip just to get that jaw going again. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay. Oh, it's doing it. I love it. Right. Scoreboard time. So the Mash Gang and Pastore Sorbetto 2 has had. Now, I'm not sure. It may be this combination, because I've seen a mixture of the reviews, but 151 check-ins to Sorbetto as a whole. 4 from people I know. 305 average score, 388 from the people I know. Yeah, it's not clear. They're not separate on Untapped. So my scoreboard of joy, as always, will follow the standard looks, aroma, body, taste, and finish with the possible bonuses as well. For the full bonus, for the 5 out of 5 beers, your value for money bonus, and the buy again bonus. So, looks wise, for sour beers, in terms of the colour, I like the colour. It represents the strawberry and the watermelon quite nicely. Light pink, a little bit of haze to it. The head on a sour beer is kind of nondescript anyway, but yeah, it looks good for an alcohol-free sour beer. So I'm going to give it a point. I am. The aroma. Sour beers never smell particularly good. But when I have a sour beer, I want it to be acidic. I want it to be sharp. I want it to have that funk. And it does. And importantly, you get a little fruitiness come through as well. Just kind of identify what's going on behind it. Yeah, the raspberry and the lime come through quite dominant on the nose. I like it. It's good and strong. It's having a point. The body, again, with a sour beer, they always tend to be on the lighter side. This one, though, is medium. And as I said to you, that carbonation, it's sherbet-like. It's really tightly focused. And when it's in the mouth, it does not burst. It just sits on the tongue and gets you. And like I say, sherbet-like effervescence on the tongue. It's really, really good. I'm giving it a point. And for the taste, this is where it could have gone horribly, horribly wrong, because I really don't like watermelon as a fruit. But it's tangy, it's tart, it delivers the raspberry, it delivers the lime, and you get a hint of the watermelon. And it's really rather good. It's refreshing, it's fruity, and like I say, that acidity from the sourness, it just works super well. Super well. I honestly thought going into this, when I saw the watermelon on the can, I thought, oh no, it's going to be one that I'm going to score low, but I'm not. I'm giving it a full point because I really like what's going on, and I love that jaw thing as well, and the fact that it's the first alcohol-free beer that really properly screws up my face. No comments, please. Anyway, the finish. I want it to be tart. I want it to be tangy. I want it to leave me kind of puckered. I want it to leave me wanting more, and it does. It really does. It's got everything I want in a sour beer finish and more. So, Sorbetto 2, as I'm calling it, from Gang and Pastore, has got the full 5 out of 5, which means we go on to the bonus points. We'll leave the full bonus to the end. Would I buy this one again? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. If nothing else, for that jaw-tangling, face-messing sourness. It's great. Value for money? I will put my usual caveat in here. Mash Gang beers are always value for money. There's no getting away from that fact. So it's having the full value for money bonus. And the full bonus itself that lifts 5 out of 5 beers into God tier, if you will. Is it worthy of that bonus? And I've got to compare it to other beers of the style and see, is it better than all of those? And for this one, I am going to say yes. For the simple fact that it's properly sour. And I've yet to have, apart from the other Pastore, any beer that comes anywhere near close to this from the alcohol-free line that is properly sour and will pull your ass up to your elbows. So this one does. So Sorbetto 2 has got all of the points today. There we go. All of them. Every single one. So Even if, like me, you're not a big fan of watermelon, even if, like me, you detest it, I would thoroughly recommend you try the beer, particularly if you're a fan of sours, because this one, like I say, will pull your ring piece right up to your elbows and leave your face in a bit of a mess. Ordinarily, that wouldn't be a good thing on a beer review, but here we are. This is a sour beer we're talking about, and it's Mash Gang and the Mad Heads that they got into bed with at Pastore, who've done something really rather special with something I actually hate. So there we go. That's my admission for the day. I hate watermelon, but I love this beer. So we'll leave it there and say that has been the lovely beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I'll see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.